Have you ever been so obsessed with someone that they completely take over your mind? You replay every conversation, overanalyze their texts, and feel an emotional high when they give you attention. But is this love or something else? This intense emotional state is called limerence, and it's not the same as love. It's an obsession, an addiction to someone's validation, often built more on fantasy than reality. Today, we'll break down 10 clear signs that what you're feeling isn't real love, it's limerence. Stay till the end, because the final sign is the biggest difference between limerence and genuine love. Before we dive in, let's clarify what limerence actually is. Dr. Dorothy Tenov, a psychologist who studied love and relationships, coined the term in 1979. She described limerence as an intense emotional obsession with another person, fueled by a deep need for reciprocation. It's not based on a deep bond or true intimacy, but rather on infatuation, fantasy, and an overwhelming desire for attention. Modern neuroscience backs this up. Studies from the Kinsey Institute and Harvard Medical School show that limerence activates the same brain regions as addiction. Your brain releases high levels of dopamine, the pleasure chemical, which makes you feel euphoric when they notice you and devastated when they don't. Now, let's get into the 10 clear signs that what you're feeling isn't real love, it's limerence. Sign number 1. You think about them constantly. Limerence hijacks your mind. You find yourself thinking about them morning, noon, and night, sometimes even in your dreams. It's not just casual thoughts, it's obsessive. Every little thing reminds you of them. A song, a scent, a random street. You associate everything with them. According to neuroscience research, limerence activates the brain's reward system in the same way as drugs like cocaine. This is why it feels like an addiction. You crave their presence like a fix. If someone dominates your thoughts to the point where you struggle to focus on work, hobbies, or personal goals, you're not in love. You're in limerence. Sign number 2. You overanalyze every interaction. With limerence, nothing feels casual. Every text, glance, or word feels like it holds some hidden meaning. They took 3 hours to text back. Are they losing interest? They used a period instead of an exclamation mark. Are they mad at me? Your brain is constantly deciphering every little detail, hoping to find proof that they care about you just as much as you care about them. This overanalyzing keeps your mind in an anxious loop. Real love doesn't make you question everything. It provides clarity and stability, not anxiety and confusion. Sign number 3. You feel extreme highs and lows. Limerence is an emotional roller coaster. One moment, you're on top of the world because they smiled at you. The next, you're crushed because they didn't text back fast enough. Psychologists call this the dopamine reward system. Your brain releases dopamine when they acknowledge you, making you feel euphoric. But when they ignore you or seem distant, your dopamine levels crash, leaving you feeling rejected and desperate for another hit of their attention. Love is steady and grounding. Limerence is chaotic and exhausting. Sign number 4. You idolize them and ignore their flaws. In limerence, they seem perfect. You only see the good, ignoring obvious red flags. Maybe they're inconsistent, emotionally unavailable, or even toxic. But your brain filters out their flaws, convincing you that they're the one. Studies from Rutgers University show that limerence suppresses critical thinking, making it harder to see reality. Real love means seeing a person fully, flaws and all, and accepting them for who they truly are. Limerence is a fantasy that blinds you to reality. Sign number 5. You feel a deep fear of rejection. Limerence is fueled by anxiety and insecurity. You constantly worry about losing their attention, and even small signs of disinterest send you into panic mode. Rejection feels unbearable. You might even go to extremes, changing your personality, interests, or values just to keep them interested. Real love allows space for security and self-respect. If you're terrified of rejection and willing to sacrifice your identity to keep them, it's limerence, not love. Sign number 6. You fantasize about a future with them, even without a real relationship. You imagine scenarios of a perfect future, marriage, vacations, even how you decorate your home together, without actually being in a committed relationship. Limerence thrives on fantasy, not reality. Your mind fills in the blanks, creating an illusion that keeps you emotionally hooked. True love is built on real-life interactions, mutual effort, and deep emotional connection, not just daydreams. Sign number 7. You change yourself to please them. You start adopting their hobbies, interests, and opinions, not because you truly enjoy them, but because you think it'll make them like you more. Maybe they love a certain type of music, so you start listening to it, even though you hated it before. Or they're into fitness, so you suddenly become obsessed with working out. Love allows for individuality and personal growth. Sign number 8. Your self-worth depends on their attention. Limerence makes their validation the center of your self-esteem. If they text, you feel valuable. If they don't, you feel worthless. Your entire mood depends on their actions. This is dangerous because it puts your happiness in someone else's control. Love builds confidence and emotional security. Sign number 9. You ignore reality and make excuses for their behavior. Maybe they're emotionally unavailable, inconsistent, or even disrespectful. But instead of seeing things as they are, you rationalize their actions. They're just busy. That's why they haven't texted in days. They're not ready for a relationship, but I know deep down they care. Love is honest and grounded. Limerence is built on wishful thinking and denial. Sign number 10. You struggle to let go, even when it's over. Even if they clearly don't reciprocate your feelings, you cling to the hope that one day they will. You replay old memories, stalk their social media, and hold onto every small interaction as proof that they might still care. Love lets go when it's necessary. Limerence keeps you trapped in the past. So, do any of these signs sound familiar? If you've been caught in limerence, don't worry, you're not alone. The key to breaking free is self-awareness and redirecting your focus toward your own life and happiness. Love should bring you peace, not anxiety. We have spent hours in researching and jotting down these signs for your help. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Kindly subscribe and like for all our efforts.